One of the most important things as an artist is to execute ideas, because we know ideas lead to hit records. Sometimes when you have that grand melody, that line that you know is going to lead to a hit record, you got to be able to execute like that. Sometimes we're just not in a capacity to do so. Sometimes it's just 2 o'clock in the morning, or the studio is overbooked, or we can't simply afford studio time. I'm going to show you everything that you need, everything that you have to buy to build your own studio at the house. Let me show you. Now here is my studio. It's very, very simple, very, very powerful. I'm going to show you everything that you need. First thing first is, before you even build a studio, you have to have a powerful computer. Now this is a MacBook Retina 15-inch screen. Not saying that you have to have one of those, but I would suggest at least an i5 or i7 quad core. Max your memory to as much as you can get, as much as you can buy, but at least an i5 or i7 computer. It doesn't matter if it's Windows based, Intel based, or AMD. Just make sure it's quad core, and it runs really, really fast. The reason being is that when you start recording on any DAW, whether it's Pro Tools, Logic, or Studio One, Cubase, once you start learning how to engineer yourself and record yourself, you're going to get into more effect processing, the reverbs, a lot of EQs, the compressors. You know, you're going to be burning up a lot of your computer's power. You're going to need something that's going to be able to handle that computational power of those effects come into the computer. So definitely get one of those. I would spend at least 600 plus on a computer. You know, if you want to get a good one around that range, anything that's going to be i5 or quad core, i7 quad core anyway, and up is going to be 600 plus. So if you can find one below that on Craigslist, offer up and get a good deal, do that. 600 plus on that one, at least 1,000. Next one, you want if you're recording yourself and you're in an apartment or something, you just cut your own. Get some little 5-inch speakers. I found these at the pawn store. These little studio file joints for like $100. I can't believe it. As soon as I seen those jokers, they have great little bass response, just enough for my little 700 square foot apartment loft, and they're perfect. You know, and they're loud. I honestly have to turn them down sometimes. And then, okay, so you have those. The next thing that you're going to need is microphone. The microphone, I suggest there's a ton of microphone companies. But what I feel like is the best bang for your buck if you're building a budget studio is a Rode NT1A. This is the best microphone, in my opinion, under $200. I mean, I would say it's the best microphone under $450. I mean, it's up there. To me, it's like a poor man's U87. And even in certain situations, you know, I've had customers, you know, we do a shootout and they much rather have this microphone than the U87, surprisingly, you know. I mean, because it's warm, has a nice mid-range, and it's cheap. You know, I found this one for like $125 from a guy on Craigslist. Great deal. Next thing, you're going to need a windscreen. You're going to need a windscreen in front of the microphone, and how you measure your distance is you use your hand. So the distance should be about hand distance from the mic. Cool. Of course, we got a little accessories. You're going to need like a little table mic stand. Pick that boy up for like $30, $25, $30 or something like that. Really, really nice. Okay, the next important piece after that is you're going to need your audio interface. Now, this is an Apollo 8. Super crazy. This one is kind of expensive. In the store, it's about $2,000, $2,500. But you don't need that. I'm going to show you something else that you can get. I record mostly with this Focusrite 2i2. Honestly, this was $100. I mean, and Focusrite has been known to make great preamps, great compressors. I mean, and the converters are really, really dope, really decent in this little machine. If I showed you a recording that I did from here and here, you wouldn't even know the difference. But of course, I have, 10 plus years in mixing, but the mixing process, honestly, is a little bit cleaner and easier from the Focusrite. The only advantage you would have to the Apollo 8 is, of course, that you're going to have more channels to record on, but I'm not recording a band in here. I don't need 8 inputs. I don't need all those inputs, honestly. So if this wasn't a gift, I wouldn't have one of those. I have a small one in the closet somewhere, which is pretty dope. But, honestly, if you're building something makeshift, just get a Focusrite TI2. You're recording yourself, one input, a couple inputs, a guitar input, a microphone input, and you're good. And last but not least, you need some headphones. Now, headphones are something that I have a mixed review. A lot of people say that, you need dope, studio headphones. If you're mixing at the house, like, I wouldn't mix from headphones anyway. Maybe just to get a reference. But if I'm cutting at the house, I pick these little joints up from Micro Center. What I get them for, like $20? Yeah, these $20. They're Bluetooth headphones. I can take them off. I can link them to my computer. I can link them to my computer or my phone and just walk around and reference a mix and they're just super, super dope. So let's go back over the price. And here is last but not least, the external keyboard. Now, even though that you might be recording on a laptop, I would say get an external keyboard, because if you're recording in Pro Tools like I do, you're going to need this little side pad that comes with one of these little external, Mac keyboards. So that's what I would say. Now let's go over pricing. Let's say if you at least spend $1,000 on a computer. I would want you to spend $1,000. So let's say $1,000. $1,000. You found the same little speakers for $100. Boom. You found your audio interface, another $100, brand new. Boom. You got the same price as me on the Rode NT1A, $125. Boom. $13.25. Another $20. We could say $25, including tax. So $13.50. $13.50 plus the little stand joint with the cords and accessories. We're under $1,500. We're at 14 and some change, maybe, with all taxes included. Now you just built your own little studio for $1,500. Isn't that amazing? And that's all we need. And I could use this setup, and I can play some of the stuff that I've recorded here and use my presets and compare it to anything that's on the radio. You won't know the difference. But like I said, I got a little more recording experience, but that's what I'm trying to help you all with. You're starting your musical journeys, or you're getting into your musical journeys, and you want to be able to save some money. You want to be able to cut ideas quickly, and you want to get it done. So that's all you need. Well, there you have it, guys. That is my tip on how to build a studio at home for under $1,500. If you add the Apollo, you're still under $5,000. You're about $3,500 or so. If you like this video, hit that like button. Give me a thumbs up. I really appreciate your patience with me. I hope this video was super helpful. I'm going to be doing more of these. And it's Federo. Peace.